Hello, virtual world. Thank you for joining us today on the LinkedIn Live series. My name is Eric Bohren. I lead ISV partnerships at Freshworks, and I've been passionate about digital transformation through most of my career, and had similar roles at RingCentral and DocuSign. I'm very pleased to have one of our top strategic partners with us today to talk about customer support, and that's GoodData, and Harry Dix. Harry Dix, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, that'd be great. Thanks, Eric. I'm Harry Dix. I'm a product marketing manager at GoodData, the analytics company that Eric spoke so nicely about, and very passionate about data and technology in general. My career is focused mainly on on the tech industry and most lately analytics, more specifically, and as a software product. And we're very happy to be partnering with Freshdesk and helping deliver sort of great customer experience. So I'm very excited about it all and very excited to be here today.
Great. And I should add to the audience, we use GoodData internally. So they're not just a partner, but we're a customer of theirs as well. So we put big bets on them on multiple kind of angles. And, this is going to be a theme with Freshworks, partners that help fill our roadmap with advanced analytics that we don't provide. So Freshworks has its own analytics, and they're great for many SMB use cases. But as we move up market to mid-market and enterprise customers that need more advanced analytics, we turn to partners like GoodData to help fill that gap. So thanks again, Harry and GoodData, for supporting the partnership. Today, we're going to Harry and I are going to have a thought leadership discussion about the customer support world, and then we're going to open it up to questions. So if there's any questions that are burning in your head that you want to ask Harry or I, please put them in the chat. And then let's see, we need to call out a URL, but I'm not clear on what the URL is. So maybe if my oh, sorry. Now you see the URL, freshdesk.com /deliver delight with tech partners. If you go to that, you'll be able to add your questions. So without further ado, let's kick things off, Harry. What in your mind, what is effortless customer service, and in the current context, in the modern world?
I think in the modern world, an effortless customer service experience is one that is, in a word, seamless. And what I mean by seamless, or maybe we could call it omni-channel, is one where whatever environment you're in, whatever kind of platform you're looking at, you get to see everything in the area that you're comfortable. So if you talk about software, you don't need to go from one application to another application to click on something else. You get the information you need within that one environment, and of course information that is comprehensible to you as the customer. So yeah, to me it's all about a seamless experience and providing that experience in whatever kind of realm, whatever industry that might be.
And what does the recent data show on sort of the changing habits of in a B2C use case, the customer using different channels, voice, video, SMS, chat? What are the trends that you're seeing there to provide a seamless experience for customers?
Brilliant question. I mean, I think because we have these sort of increasing number of different mediums, different modes of getting in touch, be it, as you say, via chat, via phone, maybe via bots within sort of a customer experience setting. I think one platform, one area that brings all that together. So if you're talking about in the analytics sort of context, you want an area that can show you all of that information in one place, I think is key, so that the customer support sort of agents on the other side can see all that information, whether that information came as a text message or it came via a phone call. The key is, of course, is to have clear communication, and to have that clear, transparent communication, you need all of that information in one place.
Great. And on the bot side of things, what have you seen as the best ways to provide, because sometimes, in years past, folks get really frustrated with the phone IVR going through and trying to get to the right person. Now we have AI doing that. Are there any pitfalls people should be looking out for, and what's the opportunity to replace that old technology with an AI engine?
I think that the key is, for me, the key is kind of a mixed approach, right? People still want to speak to a human being. They still want to be able to communicate, but at the same time, they want that communication to be quick. And I think AI can really help there, in it being sort of where you've got multiple touch points, that AI can help streamline that. So if at first you have a first touch where you give information via a bot, for instance, and then if that information isn't sufficient, or if the customer wants to dig deeper, that's where you can then push them through to an actual human being, be it on the phone, be it via chat. So I think it's kind of as you say, you have all of these different channels of communication, and it's about using them intelligently. And of course, AI can do that. It can help you support all of those different mediums of communication.
And of course, AI is symbiotic with analytics, right? Because I can't make decisions on my AI if I don't have a full picture of, dead pools of where people are getting, caught up, or high customer sat if things are going well, right?
Exactly. So that they're kind of they're very much in unison.
Great, and we'll touch on that in a few minutes again. But so we've talked about the effortless customer experience. Agents now have moved from being in a call center type of environment to remote environments. So a lot less coaching going on. They really have to fend for themselves. There's a high attrition rate with agents as well because of this dynamic. And so how does that effortless customer experience relate then to the agent's ability to have that same sort of effortless experience to serve the customer?
I think that stems back to the kind of the seamless experience, and for me, being able to empower agents to help customers is key. And to do that, again, and maybe you'll probably find me repeating this many times through our Q&A, but it's arming them with the information they need in the medium that is comprehensible to them, and that needs to be, of course, every agent is different. Some agents may have a good technical understanding of something. Some agents may not have a good technical understanding of something. So it needs to be something that's very approachable, very comprehensible for anyone, be it technical, non-technical. I think that's key, and having it, again, in an area that is within their how should we put it, the environment they're used to, let's say.
Right. And then, of course, analytics give you that data-driven decision framework to intervene, right, when things aren't as productive or aren't as seamless. So again, that symbiotic relationship with good data. So let's kind of transition on to it's really an extension too of some of the AI discussion, but in today's digital first world, I mean, again, since COVID, I think everybody knows the research, which shows that it was a huge increase in adoption of all online kind of activities. And that's not going to change post-pandemic, right? I mean, some of those buyers are going to continue to be online. So in this continually expanding digital first world, how do you offer kind of fast yet personalized being very key, customer service anytime, anywhere, on any device?
I think it really comes to, of course, you leveraging the data you have. So as an organization, as the organizations that we help, to leverage their data and present it in sort of a clear and comprehensible fashion to either, that might be clients, of course, that they're serving, or employees internally who then go on to serve a consumer or an end user, let's say. And it's about presenting that information in a way that's clear. So within the analytics space, you want to be able to present just the information that's required in an understandable fashion. I mean, and that's to say you're using the analytics to tell a story to the client or to the customer. And I think that's where that knock-on effect it has is great customer experience. If the person on the end of the phone, for instance, knows exactly what they're talking about, they have the information in front of them, they can see a clear picture, they can tell a clear story, then the customer understands that they have the information they need, they get the service they want, and that creates that sort of brilliant customer service by leveraging kind of today's technical digital world. Let's think of an example, maybe. For instance, in the finance sector, let's say you might have an insurance company. Of course, they have a lot of data there. A lot of data they're collecting, and a case where they could use analytics to create a better customer experience, I think would be, for instance, through a claim. So if you have an insurance claim, their ability to tell that story will lead to sort of a faster claim resolution, and of course that leads to a happier customer. More happy customers, increased CSAT, brilliant customer experience. It's kind of that knock-on effect that having the right information and delivering it in the right way to tell that story brings you that kind of that customer experience that you're looking for and that customers expect.
And do you have any kind of customer case studies about improving CSAT or Net Promoter Score that you can share with us, that where they took data-driven insights and improved their scores?
Yes, I mean, I don't have a specific client, but definitely a specific customer story, if you will. I think moving away from finance this time and actually looking at the e-commerce sector. So within e-commerce, of course, at the moment there's been a huge boom in the last couple of years within that sector for obvious reasons. I'll try not to mention the overly mentioned current situation with the pandemic, but I think that's obviously led to a very, very competitive marketplace, and e-commerce platforms have had to obviously think of new ways to serve customers. The customers being the brands that sell through them, and then the knock on the consumers who of course buy that produce. I think by using analytics, one particular customer I have in mind was able to deliver this kind of this experience to their brands, to their partners, to give them a real understanding of the current market trends, to show them consumers' habits, or all of the information you would want to have as that brand, to know what people want from you and how you can service that need. And in doing so, that led to much happier brands with the e-commerce platform, and in turn those brands and their consumers were happy too, and that led in the end to a great NPS score. So I think that really that really kind of gives a good picture of how analytics and how kind of the current digitization can help to really really result in great customer experience.
Cool. And I'll add my own sort of our own Freshworks story. You know, we the amount of innovation happening with our partners like Shopify, for example, you know, which is B2C, and we've got 4,000 customers, Shopify merchants that use our solution to engage everything from, you know, shopping cart abandonment to customer support tickets to offering rewards. And that's one of the biggest growth areas for our business. So I agree. You know, any of these B to SMB or B2C kind of use cases in financial services or retail or others are really a fantastic use for our solutions with analytics on top, like GoodData. So we're running out of time here, and I've got a few questions, a couple rapid fire questions for you. Can you tell us about an exceptional or memorable experience as a customer?
Yeah, of course. Let me think. What's a memorable experience? Yeah, I've got one actually. It's interesting experience. Maybe insignificant, but significant to me. I remember being with my wife actually in Portugal, and we wanted to rent some of the sort of Vespa scooters. And to me, hiring vehicles when you're going on holiday can be daunting. I've in the past, you're trying not to have to buy all these add-ons, or you want to get a good deal. And but with this particular place we went, it was great. It just showed how by creating a friendly atmosphere, being very approachable, you can make customers just feel very good about themselves, feel happy about a service, and go away wanting to come back and wanting to tell everyone. I came back from my holiday, and I remember having many conversations with friends, telling them how great it was. So I think yeah, it was, as I say, not an exceptional kind of example maybe, but something that really sticks in my mind, where you have this experience and you go away glowing. So
cool. And then on the flip side, in fact, I'll share, the founding of Freshworks. Originally, the company was called Freshdesk, was really about our CEO having a horrible customer support experience and kind of getting passionate about it and building it out. So you have a horror story to share with us as well?
A horror story. Do I have any bad customer experiences that I can think of? Now, maybe I'm just very, very optimistic.
I'll share one with you then. I booked Frontier Airlines to go to our annual conference through Orbitz. I arrive at the airport, and the flight is canceled, and the 3 subsequent flights are oversubscribed. Lesson number 1, don't book Frontier Airlines, a cheap airline. But number 2, Orbitz didn't have the data connectors. So when they canceled that flight, in fact, I called Orbitz and they said, oh yeah, we're not connected with those guys. So, you wouldn't, my update within Orbitz hadn't changed. And I'm like, in today's modern world, how could you let that happen? Anyway, my rule was I'm not going with any budget airlines anymore.
That's good. It's good insight there.
Yeah. And so kind of, as we start to kind of close things off here, what kind of advice would you give to for folks in the CX space, managers that are trying to build out, best in class customer support organization? What's your advice for them?
I think my advice, I apologize. I have a bit of a cold at the moment. I can hear my voice getting a bit croaky, so I apologize if it's not so clear. But let me continue. I think my advice would be having the right information and delivering it in a way that's coherent to the audience is a key to great customer experience. So if I were to give them more, sort of expand on that I would say that having kind of the information, the dashboards you need with all of the information on them in the right place, in your customer sort of support desk setup is what you need to be able to firstly empower your agents to have the right information in order for them to deliver the experience that the customers want. So I think for me, the key is having the right information delivered in a comprehensible fashion.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. So anything else that you'd like to impart to the audience as we kind of finish up here? And I do have a call to action for any of our viewers. You can find the GoodData app with lots of great content in the Freshworks marketplace. And I encourage you to check it out and engage with our team if it's of interest to you. And Harry, any final thoughts for the audience?
I think just to say that I encourage you to take a look at the app, to take a look at sort of what we've been speaking about, having the right information there in front of you, in sort of clear, comprehensible dashboards with sort of understandable insights. I think, yeah, that's the key for me.
Great. Harry, thanks so much for your time and your insights. It's great to have the gold standard in analytics with GoodData as our partner, and we look forward to engaging with customers and solving their CX problems. So, thank you all for listening, and we look forward to seeing you again.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for listening, everyone. It's been great to speak.